Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and complete the Easter event, as well as find all of the Easter eggs inside of Sailor Piece on Roblox. By the way, if you guys do want to be entered in my Game Pass giveaway, all you guys have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and do make sure you hype this video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this video. All right, so the very first thing to note is there's a new island that you can go ahead and teleport to called the Easter Island. And on this island, we have a bunch of things that we can go ahead and do. So number one, you can see we have these Easter bunnies that we can kill. Not exactly sure if these drop Easter eggs or not, but then if we head over to the Easter upgrades, you can see that we can buy a bunch of different things like dungeon keys, clan rerolls, race rerolls, Easter ears, a bunch of different stuff, all based upon obviously these coins right here. Now, I believe you get these literally from farming here, but I'm not 100% sure. But I will show you. There's also an NPC up here that you can go ahead and buy the Great Mage if you want to. Now, obviously, you need 500 Easter eggs, 1,000 or 1,800 spell echoes, ancient fragments, magic essence, and mana core. So interesting to try to go ahead and get. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is obviously how you activate this quest right here. So you need to find 7 Easter eggs. So there's the Great Mage Summoner, which you need an Easter key to go ahead and get. And then you can go ahead and spawn this boss in. And then if we head over here, you'll see, I don't know which way I went to actually find this. I believe it's probably right about here. Yeah, it's right here. This guy's how you start the quest. As you guys can see, 0 of 7 eggs found. And from what I know, these eggs actually will spawn in randomly throughout the game and throughout the map. But I'm going to show you a bunch of spots that they will spawn in. I don't know what the timer is on them, actually, to be completely honest, for when they'll spawn in. But I know for a fact one will spawn up here at times. It hasn't spawned there yet. On screen, I'll also put a bunch of images of different areas that eggs can spawn. I believe they can also spawn, from what I know, in the jungle. I've seen them pretty much everywhere. If you've checked out my full update guide, I did a full update guide on how to complete. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's an egg. So if we go ahead and complete this, boom, egg 1 right here. That's the first egg. Then I'm gonna go ahead, head over and try to get the second egg, which I do believe can spawn up here. I've seen people with eggs up there. It is pretty random though, so do keep that in mind. You should be able to do just a pretty quick sweep like that and be able to find exactly what you're looking for. Snow Island, go ahead and check this out. All right, here's another egg right here, I believe. Looks like that's the second egg, which just spawns in there. Apparently there is one that can spawn at Jungle Island. Now again, I'm not sure if these are random or if these are all put in, so I'm gonna go check and see if this one's actually spawned in, but this one should be allegedly right next to the tree. Should be spawning in one of these trees. Check, might be over here. All right, yeah, so another one does spawn in right here, but yeah, I actually already have found that egg, so it doesn't look like there's another one on Jungle Island. Let's go ahead and teleport over here to Tuna. We need to go to, I believe, Slime Island, or not Slime. We need to go to Judgment Island. Apparently there's another one that will spawn in over here on one of these islands, so let's go ahead and check that out. Oh yeah, so there is another one spawns right here. I don't know if this is 3. Yeah, this is 3 of 7. All right, and let's go ahead and go back to the next one. Now again, see, the thing about this is I believe they all can spawn in completely different spots. Like, I don't think there's a specific, like, I've seen one spawn up there before, but I don't see it spawning in right now. All right, let's go over to Sailor Island. There should be one here potentially, from what I've seen, a lot of screenshots. So yeah, it may not be spawning in on my server, but they do spawn on these like rack things on this roof. Oh yeah, there's one at the very top. There we go. Jump up here. There's one right about here. So that's going to be 4 of 7. Now there's 2 other eggs we haven't, or 3 other eggs we haven't found. And I know where they could spawn in at. I just don't know if you have to go in a certain order. So let's go check back over here and see if one is spawned in on this roof. Doesn't look like it. All right, well, I'll get you guys once I find the next. Okay, so it's broken in whatever reason, or like for whatever reason in different servers, but the next location is going to be on top of here. That is 100% a location. It's just broken. I have no clue why. I don't know if they spawn in at random times, but one spawns there. There's going to be the next one, and then the next one after that, Shibuya Station. Head over here, and then let's just go ahead, jump up. It's going to be on this building back here. Again, it should spawn right here. I have no clue why they're not spawning in, but it may just be a glitch. Then the next one, like I said earlier on in this video, it's going to be at the Desert Island. Again, I literally have no clue why these eggs just aren't spawning in. They spawned in for me before. Some servers are just not spawning in on, it looks like. But yeah, one will spawn right here at the top. That's another location. And then I believe the very last one, if you guys go ahead and check, is going to be at Lawless Island. And apparently it's supposed to be behind this wall right here. It's like in this back area. It could be a little bit over here, but it's in this back area, the very last egg. I don't know why those 3 eggs just aren't spawning in for me. It's kind of frustrating, honestly, but those are all of the Easter eggs that you guys can go ahead and get. So if we teleport back over to the Easter Island, you guys will clearly see that we have this, which we can auto farm. I'm not sure exactly what all that does for you, but these Easter egg updates are pretty good, but these are all just for the event. So like 1 egg chance This is going to do Easter boss luck. So they're just upgrades for the actual Easter event. Easter upgrades, and we have all this free crap that you can get. So this is mainly just to help you grind a little bit faster, but that is how you guys can go ahead and complete the Easter event pretty quickly. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Please leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one.